Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is my April favorites. I cannot believe April's over. I don't know where April went. I feel like it went by so fast. So many cool things happened. I tried some cool things out. I have some new favorites and I'm excited to share them with you. I always love doing these videos and just kind of recapping on the month. And I always love hearing what your favorites for the month were as well, whether it's like makeup, food, a trip you took, something you watched, anything like that. I always love hearing your favorites as well. Before we hop into my April favorites, I did of course film this look. It should already be up on my Instagram and TikTok and should be on YouTube Shorts soon if it's not already up. And as far as my accessories today go, these plugs are Love Kills Boutique and this necklace is from Ana Luisa. So yeah, without further ado, let's just hop in and chat about my April favorites. I feel like I tried a decent amount of cool things this month. I have some makeup, brushes, events, and books and TV shows. I have a fair pile in front of me, so let's just get into it. We're gonna start with makeup. Going in the order that I do my makeup, I feel like this was the month of blush. I tried so many new blushes this month, and these are some of the standout ones for me. First of all, Sigma came out with cream blushes, and they are so good. They're so creamy and lovely and delicious, and I'm so obsessed. This one is in the shade Quarter Rosa. This is my favorite one out of the 4 that they sent me. I don't know if there's 4 total or just 4 that they sent me, but it is such a good color. Look at how beautiful. I love this like toasted terracotta shade, and these are just such beautiful blendable creamy blushes. I'm so obsessed. Also in the world of blush, Blend Bunny came out with 2 blush palettes and they are so good. We have the Juicy Cheeks palette, which is just like a vibrant masterpiece. It is so fun. And we have the Bare Cheeks palettes right here. I'm wearing this one right here today. These are so good. They're so pigmented. I'll swatch just a couple. I'll swatch the like baby pink and maybe this orange down here. They're right there. They're just so pigmented and punchy and amazing. And then in the Juicy Cheeks one, let's see, let's swatch the purple and maybe the yellow. I've been wearing these non-stop. I think they're such good blush palettes. I simply cannot get enough. They are amazing and delicious, and I don't think I'm gonna stop using these anytime soon. Moving on into eyeshadow. I tried some cool things this month. It wasn't necessarily like the heaviest eyeshadow month for me as far as trying a ton of new things, but some of the things that I did try out did stand out to me. First being the Bella Beauty Bar Pastel Garden Palette. I feel like I've talked about this one a lot lately. I did do a 2 looks with this on my channel as well as an Instagram, TikTok, YouTube short video. It's so good. I'm not usually one for giant palettes like this, but this is just really well done. I love how there are so many undertones of the different pastels. There really aren't repeat shades despite there being 36 pans in here. And the shimmers are just so lovely. They're so shifty and sparkly, and I'm really into this palette. I'm surprised at how much I love this just with how large it is, but I think they did a large palette really well. Also, Ace Beauté came out with their little floral collection, but 2 of them specifically stand out to me the most. First being the one I'm wearing today, it's the Begonia palette. I just love the packaging on these so much. It's just a masterpiece. I think I used every shade except for this one in my look today. I really like how these mattes blend out. They're so pigmented and easy to work with. And the shimmers I feel like are on another level for Ace Beauté. They're just so sparkly and shifty and delicious, and I'm really happy about these. I know the pans bug some people with like the long skinny pan size. I'm actually surprised it doesn't bother me because I feel like normally it would, but I don't know, it doesn't really bug me. I kind of like how it's just sleek and small, and I've seen some people say that they don't like that their brushes wouldn't fit. My brushes fit like just fine in these, like even like larger fluffy brushes, like they fit in there just fine. So that's not an issue for me personally, but this is the Begonia palette. And the other one that stood out to me is the Flora. It is so pretty. I love this like sunflowery, rusty orange, yellowy kind of combination. It's so pretty. I'm really excited about it. I did do a video on my channel pairing all 4 of these palettes together, and I've been slowly working on doing individual Instagram, TikTok, YouTube short videos with all of these. I think at this point I filmed individual ones with all of them except Flora. Actually, I'm filming with Flora I think tomorrow, so all of those should be coming very soon if they're not already up. Moving into lips now. This was the month of lip oils apparently, and I feel like brands are just killing the lip oil game. First off, Rare Beauty came out with a bunch of them. I already posted a lip swatch video on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube shorts, but they are so pretty. I'm wearing the shade Affection right now. I just love this texture. If you've used the glossy lip stains from Colourpop, these are a very similar texture, but I feel like a better version. They go on feeling just super cold and wet and kind of thin. It's such a good feeling. I love the way these look. I love that shine. And when the glossiness wears off throughout the day, you're still left with a really pretty stain, and it wears so beautifully. These other two are some of my favorites. We have the shade Delight, just like a really pretty kind of soft, shiny pinky color. And this one's Honesty. This one's a little bit more of like a neutral peachy kind of color, but I love all of the shades. I've been reaching into all of them. I feel like Affection I've actually worn the most, this kind of plummy shade, but I'm really impressed with these. I think they're super comfortable, easy to put on, easy to wear, and I'm happy with them. Also in the lip oil world, Blend Bunny came out with a bunch of lip oils. They came out with 6 shades, 3 that go with the Juicy collection and 3 that go with the Bare collection. These 2 from the Juicy collection are definitely the ones I've worn the most. This one is the shade Juicy. It just has kind of like a soft, like watermelon kind of tint to it. And then Squeeze is this one. It has a little bit of like a tangerine-y, orangey kind of look to it. I will say on the lips, for me at least, in my particular lip color, the tints that are in all 6 of the lip tints, although maybe 5 because one of them is actually clear, but they all look just very sheer on the lips. Like they're not going to be a major pop of color. So if I was shopping personally, I don't know if I would have bought like all 6 myself, just because on my lips it only translates so different. But I do love these 2. I wear them a lot. They make my lips feel so soft and shiny. And once that kind of like shininess wears off over time, my lips are just left feeling very soft and conditioned and nourished. I feel like these actually remind me quite a bit of my Fenty Skin Cherry Treat lip oil that I love so, so much. I almost bought another one of those during the Sephora sale, but I feel like I'm actually kind of set now that I have these Blend Bunny ones. So I'm really happy with these. I think Blend Bunny is just killing the game. I've yet to meet a product from Blend Bunny that I don't like. She's just a master when it comes to creating makeup. Here's kind of an example of the stain that those Rare Beauty ones leave behind, by the way. Like it kind of sticks around. Kind of sticking with makeup, but getting away from makeup a little bit. Angie came out with her brand, Singe Beauty, and she came out with a 5-piece brush set, and I'm obsessed with it. I use these all the time. I feel like I'm constantly cleaning these off on my little Sigma color switch thingy to knock the shadow off so I can continue using them. I love these. I think the handles are such a cute color. They're so sleek, and I like the way they feel in my hands. I love the different brush shapes. This is such a good brush set. I'm so happy for Angie. I can't stop using these, and I cannot wait to see what else she comes up with in the future. I am just so proud of her. Moving into books now. I've read quite a few books this month, very similar to last month. I got heavily back into reading like mid-February, and I am just still on such a reading kick. I am so happy that I fell back in love with reading, and I've been discovering all these books and just diving into these different worlds, and I've just been having a blast. I've honestly loved all the books except for one that I've read this month, but I'll be doing another kind of reading wrap-up, get ready with me video very soon, so just stay tuned. It might be the next video after this one if I'm not mistaken. But these are the ones that have stood out to me so far, and I might have some additions to this once that reading wrap-up goes up, because there's still technically a few days left in this month, so I might read another book or 2 in that time that I might fall head over heels in love with. But as it stands right this second, these are the ones that stood out to me the most this month. First of all, oh gosh, this is so heavy. The Crave series by Tracy Wolff took up so much of my time at the tail end of last month / the beginning of this month. I loved reading through these. It was such a fun time. Again, I'll give more in-depth thoughts in that reading wrap-up video, but just the Crave series in general, super fun, it is YA. It's not a super like adult book, like nothing gets super spicy or anything like that, but it's a nice kind of YA fantasy kind of series. It's got vampires and dragons and werewolves and witches and all sorts of fun stuff. I initially wanted to read this series because I'd heard people say it's like this generation's new Twilight, and I loved Twilight. I still love Twilight. I rewatch it every year. As horrible as the movies are, you gotta love them anyways. It's just so classic and nostalgic for me. But I really wanted to like dive back into my vampire fantasy. But I will say this is just such a different vibe than Twilight. I feel like there's just so much more to it. There are so many details. I feel like the author's really good at giving all the character descriptions, really making you feel like you know all of these characters, including all the side characters. She's very good with the like setting descriptions and everything like that. Like you're traveling to all these different worlds and lands and learning all these cool things. And it was a really fun series to go through. The final book, the 6th book, comes out, I think, in May. And I will definitely pick it up and read it once it launches. I really enjoyed going through this series. I think I actually read the whole thing in like 2.5 weeks. I breezed through it pretty fast because I was pretty committed, but I really enjoyed going through it. I would love to see movies come out based on those. Thank you very much. And then the other book, which is a totally different vibe that I fell in love with recently, is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This was so good. I gave this a solid 5 stars, and the Crave series, I feel like I'd give a solid like 4.5 stars. There were some moments in some of the books where I just felt a little overwhelmed and almost a little bored with like the over descriptions of the settings. Like I know I said she was really good at describing things, and she is, but sometimes it was almost too much for me. This one was like just such a fast read. Like I read this whole book in like a day and a half. Like it was, I flew through it, and I want to pick up the sequel really bad super soon. But I love this one. This was a rom-com. It's between Naomi and Knox, and you're kind of going back and forth between their perspectives, mostly through Naomi's. And it was just so fun to go through. I loved the characters in this book. I felt like I lived in their little town, and I fell in love with it. This one gets pretty spicy, and I just loved reading the story kind of unfold. You have some drama with Naomi's like evil twin sister and having to take care of her daughter, which is her niece, and just the banter between her and Knox. It's kind of like an enemies to lovers, grumpy sunshine kind of rom-com trope. And I fell in love with this, and I can't wait to read the next one. The next one is through Knox's brother Nash's perspective with his love interest. And then I know there's a 3rd one coming out soon as well with, I think, Lucian, who's one of the friends between Knox and Nash as well, with his love interest. And I'm just so excited. I love this town, I love this world, and I was super excited about it. Moving on to some TV shows, we binged Shrinking on Apple TV. It was so good. It's just a comedy, but also has like serious undertones as well. It's kind of centered around like this therapist who's played by Jason Segel, and he's kind of taking a different approach to his therapizing. He kind of starts being more blunt with his patients and kind of just saying like, listen, if you don't divorce this husband who you've had problems with forever, I'm gonna stop being your therapist. And just being like super blunt with everybody. It was so good, so funny. I loved the cast for it. I cannot wait for season 2. And also, I finally got around to watching The Last of Us, and it was so good. I never played the game, but lots of my friends played the game, and I've seen like bits of it here and there, but the show was so good. I'm so glad that I finally watched it. It was amazing. I was super into the whole vibe of like this doomsday apocalypse, mushroom zombies kind of situation, and it was just really good. I loved the different flashbacks. I feel like you got a lot of information about the different characters and really felt for all of them. And it was suspenseful and exciting and adventurous, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. I think they're making a season 2 of that as well, and I'm very much looking forward to it. And then just a couple events. I got to see Taylor Swift at the Eras Tour, and it was so fun. I saw her in Tampa on the Thursday date, and it was just so much fun. I'm so happy that I got to go with my friends and experience that. She was absolutely phenomenal. I loved our seats. We were up in the nosebleeds, but we were like directly center to where like the runway of the stage pokes out. So we could see just absolutely everything from such an amazing view. I already have a vlog up of the Taylor Swift trip, and it was just so much fun. She was so good. I am having just major post-concert depression. I keep listening to her songs, and it was just an absolute blast. If you have the opportunity to go and you like Taylor Swift, I think you will have an absolute wonderful time. And last, this one I didn't expect to even be a favorite. It was kind of a slightly impulsive decision the other day, but Zane and I just got annual passes to Disney again, and we just went to Epcot yesterday for the Flower and Garden Festival, and it was so much fun, and I'm already just so happy that we got passes. I missed going to Disney. I haven't gone very much over the last few years. We haven't had passes in like 4 or 5 years, and I've missed it, and I'm so excited to check out the parks that I haven't been to in a while. I've been to Magic Kingdom here and there over the years for like the Halloween event and stuff, but I haven't been to the other 3 parks like at all since we had passes last. So it's gonna be so fun just experiencing those parks again, and I'm super excited. So yeah, that is my wrap up of my April favorites. I would love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried or watched or read any of the things I talked about today? Do you want any of these? And please, again, let me know what your favorites for the month were down below. I always love hearing them. If you made it to the end of this video, leave your current favorite emoji. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me on my other socials. You can join the BATTYBEAN fam. I am BATTYBEAN on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And if you want, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days here as well. And you can feel free to join my channel membership. The link to sign up will be down below. You'll get a cute bat badge next to your name. You'll get exclusive cute little spooky emojis, and you will get a members only get ready with me once a month. April's is already up, so you already have one to watch, and May's will be coming soon. I'll be asking on my members only community tab very soon for your opinions on what I should use in that get ready with me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. It's been a week. Don't burn yourself on your toaster oven. It's not a fun time.